All right. Welcome, Julio, to the waiting room.
Hi.
Julio Singho, hello.
Hi,
Yeah,
hi,
man.
hi guys. What's up?
Assalamualaikum.
Hey, Julio.
Walaikum
Welcome.
salam. Hi guys.
Welcome.
How have you been, dude? What's been happening? What's been happening on your end?
You mean everyday life or
Everything,
music?
lah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
just how are
Everyday
you
life.
generally? Yeah, right now.
Generally, everything has just been going perfectly as planned. Because my everydays are also filled with children. I teach children from 18 months until secondary for few subjects.
Okay.
English, yeah, English, and now also music and performing arts.
Oh,
From
nice.
18 months old.
Hey, yeah, you guys, you'll be surprised how many parents want their children to start.
Are you serious? How
learn.
do you teach? What do you teach an
Yeah.
18-month-year-old? I mean, what's
Okay,
the
okay,
teaching?
okay. In terms of physical wise, as an educator, is physical class, you have to basically make them see objects, identify touches, the materials, throw the ball, and make funny faces and all that. Because they need expression, you need human interaction face
Okay,
to
yeah.
face. Yeah, so you
Okay.
need a child to understand that, and it's to deviate them away from the iPad and all that lah, the digital
Alright.
devices. Yeah.
So you attach to a school or how does this work?
Part time to a school, and then the other one is also my own thing lah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
and how you been doing it now? I mean, like with MCO and all that. 18
There's
months.
yeah, the 18 months, of course, they put on hold for a while because
Okay.
waiting for the whole vaccination thing, right? Some other are not vaccinated and all that. So say it'd be better if everybody is vaccinated and safer to teach the children lah. You know.
Okay.
But then in terms of that, obviously online you can't do that with 18-month-olds. But
Correct.
Yeah, you
the limit
set.
for my own classes, the limit I give at least 6 years old. I think 5 years old is a bit too early to still be spending time looking at an iPad or a device.
Yeah.
It will cause eye coordination problem and all that, and it's bad. A lot of children are having that.
Yeah.
So, when did you get into this teaching thing?
Oh my God, perfect question, huh? The Lord Jesus came to me. No, no. The way I got it is because from before
Don't we all love the Lord Jesus?
Yes. So when because I always love educating. Even last time when I was in radio also, I love giving knowledge to people. What does a song mean? What does a lyric mean? It's not just about the beat. It's about what the song means in terms of quality music. What is this person singing about? Or in this day in history in music, what happened and all that kind of thing. So I like to make people basically well educated, with all this knowledge, well informed. So it came to children. I've always loved children. I think something changed in me when my brother started having children. And then I was like, I gotta man the fuck up now. You can't be a fucking kid anymore. Yeah. So from then on, it just happened.
You basically studied early childhood education and all those kind of things, is it?
The first company about 3 years plus ago, while working, they said you go for this course and you also get a certificate which is globally recognized.
Okay.
So I had to learn about so many wonderful things about children, physically wise, psychologically wise, what it does, and it's really, really insightful, very fulfilling.
It's not Montessori you're doing, no.
What's that?
It's not Montessori.
It's not Montessori, no.
You're not doing Montessori, no.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but alongside that, the music has been. I think I got to give thanks to MCO because in terms of songwriting,
What?
it's been really, really good.
What?
For me, brother, for me, Derek.
How dare you give thanks to that goddamn horror fest?
It is a horror fest, but now I get to just.
Mate,
I just get to be in my room.
If it had been for the MCO, there wouldn't be this podcast. We have to keep reiterating. The only reason there is this podcast is because of the MCOs.
Yeah, and it's brilliant what you guys are doing. It's keeping
thanks,
people
man.
alive. It's keeping people alive. It's very good.
Okay, it's okay. It keeps us amused once
Keeps
a week.
us alive, basically.
Keeps us amused.
But tell us a bit about how you got into music. I mean, most people who know you know how talented your family is and what a big influence music has been, especially the live performing of music. Your uncles, the bands, how you all got into it, how you all formed your own band, and tell us a bit.
Okay.
Give a quick run through, lah. Not so
Can?
quick, lah, but yeah.
Okay. I'll try to summarize it. Basically, my family, it all started with my father's brothers. They formed a band in Malacca and they started a group called Spomos, which is also good friends with Brandon's dad, all that. Oh my God, everybody was friends. Uncle Errol. So all of them were playing, everybody was playing country at that
Shout
time.
out to Uncle Errol.
Yes. Wonderful man, very cool guy. So so from then on, I actually met Brandon from many years ago from then on actually. And our uncle started playing country and Western music. So our household, in terms of my immediate family, my parents always dance, they always sing along, they played platters, they played Elvis, they even played the Malaccan Keroncong music. And we were always exposed to it. Definitely since we were in the womb also, my dad used to sing to my mom's stomach and all that. So we already got used to music. So as time went by, my brothers and I, we started off as time went by, first Ramon and Mario started off as Michael Jackson impersonators. MJ is the first guy that influences after Elvis.
Oh,
actually.
yes, sir.
Yes, they are damn good in MJ, man.
Could you moonwalk?
Those days,
Could you moonwalk?
Yes, those days, yes.
My sister,
my
sister could moonwalk as well. She was huge into Michael Jackson, the dance moves, so she used to be able to moonwalk as well. She's been the key to just do every Michael Jackson dance move that there was. Like
Derek can walk and then moon.
I've been known to walk and moon several times in my life.
I just watched a video about Michael Jackson that famous time that he did the first moonwalk, you know, the one. He didn't like it.
The Motown 20th anniversary?
Yeah. And he didn't like it. He said it didn't go as planned. I was like, what? That was perfect.
That changed everything. Like it had nothing to do with music, but that one move, literally everybody's going, what just happened?
What was that? Oh my goodness. So I was like, that is how MJ is such a perfectionist.
The worst thing about it, he stole it. He stole it from breakdancers on the street. He's seen breakdancers on the street doing it. He goes, I'll have some of that. I'll take some of that. Let me sprinkle some of that, and then he put, Let me flick a hat at the end of the spin. I'm fucking sorry. but that Motown, Billie Jean rendition at Motown is just an absolutely amazing performance. It is classic.
Yeah, it is. Hair-raising performance.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I think he's the only artist where he can stand on the stage and not do anything and people will faint. And all he has to do is just turn his head and girls will start screaming. It's like, wow, so much of power in one man.
But now people can't feign now lah. People can't feign at concerts. They can't feign at concerts anymore. Then there's going to be lots of damage.
Like, if somebody faints in a concert now, we'll just say, hey, COVID.
It's not free phone, bro. Free phone.
No free phone.
I'm just trying to think. Have I ever seen anybody faint in a concert?
I've seen somebody faint in a church.
I've seen.
Please tell me the story.
I've literally seen plenty of people faint in churches.
My friend took me to a Protestant church lah.
See,
it's like I was all the just go and see lah. First time go and see. So went and then at the end of it, they call you whoever wants to get blessed by or talk to the priest or don't know who represents.
That's not Protestantism. That's evangelicalism. There's a difference. The Protestants don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
They're not getting blessed by nothing, and they're no fainting by touching the hands. If you're going to talk about touching the hands on the person, that's pure evangelicalism. That's the whole.
I'm pretty sure it was a Protestant church I walked into.
Did he remove the spirit of God? Did he remove the devil from the guy's fucking head or the woman's head?
They were doing multiple.
Oh, at the same time?
They're doing multiple people all over. It's a few of them.
Yeah,
it's like...
That's definitely not Protestants.
And then my friend is telling me like, hey, come lah, go and see. I was like, what? I was like, I already sat through this thing. It's alright. He said, no, just come. So I just followed just to go and see lah. And then I followed lah, and then this guy is just talking to me. I'm like, I'm already frowning. I'm already rejecting this.
I can imagine your face.
I'm just like, my church, so I don't want to go for confession. Don't want to go to this fella. And then he'll tell her, he'll say, oh, something, don't know what. Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm more concerned. I'm just looking at the people around, and some people like hardcore into it, they just, and then after that, the fella will do something and then he'll fall back. I'm like, okay lah. Okay, can. Okay. If it works for you, it works for you. This is not working for me.
Tell the truth. You were worried about going back and telling your mother that you went to a Protestant church and they removed the demon from you. That's what you
No, really, I think at that point, I was already like skipping way too many church sessions and I wasn't a very good Catholic by then. Yeah. So I guess that's why I agreed to follow my friend also. Just go and see. But yeah, anyway, back to Julio and you were telling about the Mario and Ramon being Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Take it from there.
Yeah. Okay, from they became Michael Jackson impersonators, eventually they went to hip hop because that time was Pac and Biggie, and they were very much into hip hop. And because of what they were listening to, I started listening to it also. And then after Michael Jackson impersonator, I became a Bhangra dancer. Yes, no joke. Hey, really, guys. From
like 11, in a Bhangra group.
Sometimes people hire me to do a standalone Bhangra.
Is that most of the time, the light bulb turned on?
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know? There's a room full of Indians here. You don't simply turn light bulb.
Oh man. So yeah, I did that, and I was about 12. I was 12 and I did the Bhangra and all that. I went to hip hop also, and later on my brothers went into this reality TV show for the second season of Blast Off. They formed Blister. They formed Blister from then on. Blister was formed in 1999 or 2000 during Boxing Day. They were pissed out of their minds after drinking in Malacca, and they said, "You know what, guys? Let's just go and hit the studio now. You can play a little bit of guitar, you can play a little bit of drums, you can play this. Let's just go and fucking play." And they did it. But when they played that time, their music was more into Korn and there's new metal stuff.
Yeah.
So when they played that, they were already intoxicated, but people from outside the studio started looking at them. And it was Mario, Ramon, and at the time the drummer was OG, Paul, who's now a priest. Yeah, he left the band. Yes.
You have somebody in your band who became a priest. Bro,
that is true.
Hold on. Which Paul is this?
Paul from Malacca, brother Paul. His name is Tessera.
I know Paul. Okay, I know Paul.
Yes, Paul Black. They call him Paul Black.
Paul Black, yeah.
Yes.
Is he dark?
Yes, he is.
Yes. Is that why we call him Paul Black?
The whole kampong knows him as Paul Black. It's a normal thing. It's like, Paul Black, just Paul Black lah. Sometimes people will say like, for example, Joey Ronga. He's Joey Ronga because he's Ronga. He's Joey and he has Ronga teeth. So everybody in the kampong has certain names like that. So he left the
How old
the band.
Is Paul? Is Paul our age?
Paul is around.
Paul should be 30, late 30s maybe.
37, 35 like.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's a slapper.
There's a nice interesting story. So when Brendan said that Julio was coming on the show, and knowing Blister, so Brendan knows these guys because you guys grew up together like in PJ and all that.
No,
and
yes sir.
I mean,
I think we know each other because of our fathers and uncles.
And we used to meet in the bars at a very young age.
But
every time we met, we got fucking sloshed.
With your brothers. Oh my God. How can you do it again? Brendan, can you do it again?
I think I need company. I don't do these things alone. I cannot. But if I'm with people, like you asked Fabian that day, we overdid it. Derek also came over for lunch. And there's this, the SS2 food court.
Okay, I know.
Okay, there's one shop there that sells big bottle Singtao for 10 ringgit. Okay? So they sell a carton for 110 ringgit.
Oh my God.
So there were maybe 3-4 of us drinking. During lunch, maybe we had I had about three bottles, big bottles. Derek had about 4. Fabian had about 2, something like that lah.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Then after that, ran out of beer. Went and bought. We went and bought 4 tall cans again. We went and bought 5 tall cans.
And one more crate.
And a crate lah, you friend.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What time did you start? What time did you end?
We started at about 1 something, 2, but ended at about the same time lah, about 2. but that was pushing it lah. That was pushing it because maybe Derek had some beers. Fabian and I must have had way too many lah. I think we had too many. Yeah, but after even like while I was doing it, I was thinking, this is too much. This is too much.
I know the feeling.
It's like cannot. So like no lah. I mean, this will happen once in. Cause I can have like 3 gins and I'm done. Just like
just nice.
Just can go to sleep or something, whatever. But it's always when I'm around people, cause I don't drink alone. I don't have a stash. Every time have one, even if it's wine or what, I just don't drink alone. I can't.
Yeah, it's the company lah.
Yeah. Especially like when see y'all also, it's like every time I see them last time, man, I wasn't taught how to enjoy my beer, It was just like down.
Yeah, I'm Irish.
How are you downing?
You're Irish.
My
These
wife
are downing ice cold beers,
My wife drinks wine to enjoy it, to experience the flavors of wine. Mm-hmm. I'm just like going, just give me. What sort of wine you want? Does it have alcohol in it? Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, just give me that.
But so no, not as often lah. But you still can partying with the boys. No lah.
I can't do it anymore. The hangover is the older you get, the longer it lasts. I'm feeling it.
Guys, you guys are still pretty young. Like, come on.
Hey, we don't have Irish blood,
We don't have Irish blood.
Hold on, you're Eurasian, so you're Portuguese. These two are fucking Indian.
I just have a Portuguese Spanish name. That's it's like
the Cruz.
Just from India,
But listen, I'm past the age of being able to party hard. Like, because after Sunday, I was a mess for 2 days. Like, by Tuesday if I went to Kadai and got the correct change from the auntie, I probably would have started crying. I was that emotionally wrecked. Thank you for the correct change.
Thank you for the correct change.
That was horrendous. Oh, it was so bad.
But yeah.
But
so you see, like Brendan,
I'm 45.
knew these guys.
Just by the way, just in case you're asking, Julio, I'm 45, so I'm old. I'm really
You're 45.
old. Yeah, I'm really old.
I got a question to ask you after this, Derek.
Okay, work away.
Yeah, Fabian, what you're saying?
No, you shoot your question first. First.
Okay, I just want to ask one. Okay, Derek, since you are an Irishman, of course, there's the land of Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Phil in it.
I was at the 10th anniversary of Phil and its death in Dublin. They always hold a gig every year by one of his best friends called the Vibe for Philo, and they usually hold in a small venue, but this is the 10th anniversary one, so it was in the Point Depot in Dublin, our biggest indoor arena at the time. So all the ex-bandmates were there, Scott, all those guys were there, but Henry Rollins was there, and the guys from Def Leppard were there, and there was rumors that Bon Jovi were supposed to come and Bono was supposed to come, but they didn't come. But like Henry Rollins wrecked the fucking stage. He was by the end of the gig, Henry Rollins' chest was bleeding. He was smashing himself so hard, like he was just amazing. So he was like, but yeah. So, Phil, on a question, go right ahead about Thin Lizzy.
You perfectly summarized. I wanted to ask you, how is Thin Lizzy portrayed in Ireland? How are they? Are they like the biggest band?
They're not the biggest band.
They're not.
They're always like, if you're into rock music, everybody loves about a Thin Lizzy. Like there's no getting around it. I find some of the lyrics cheesy, but the songs, you can't deny the songs are amazing. Like they're fantastic rock songs. Like so. Yeah. And Phil's one of the best frontmen of all time. He just was.
He's so cool.
He's
so cool, dude.
You used to always say, if he's just a crafty. You used to always look at the girls in the crowd, He'd never get away with it now. He'd be fucking ruined. But he used to look at the girls. He goes, "Do you have any Irish in you?" And they go, "No."
Oh yeah.
Would you like some Irish in you?
That is so cool.
But yeah, fantastic band, a great frontman. Probably one of the best frontman Ireland's ever had. Like, and anybody who came after him, there'd be very few Irish rock bands who say they're not somehow influenced in a way by Thin Lizzy and by Phil Lynott. Like, so, yeah.
In terms of music influences, I definitely look up to Phil Lynott in terms of bass and vocals. And another singer I think that's brilliant until today is Sting. What an amazing musician. Sting is an amazing, oh my goodness, man. He still sounds like he's in his 20s. What? How does he do that, Brendan? How?
I hate Sting. I think I can.
You hate Sting?
Don't hate, lad.
No, don't get me wrong. I dislike him greatly. I dislike Sting the way I dislike Bono. They're just.
Oh, I was just going to bring up your favorite band of all time. You
Oh
too.
my God.
Derek's favorite band of all time.
No, don't get me wrong. I can disassociate the person from the music. I think the Police were an amazing band, fucking stunning musicians, and played. And U2's early stuff I think is amazing, and it's just the way the two guys go on. Just and the fact that they're called Stingo and Bono pisses me off for a start. And I just call Paul and fucking Steve or whatever his name is. Like,
yeah.
But anyway, but like, Sting, I can't get away from the fact that Sting's an amazing musician, an amazing songwriter, as a bass player, fantastic. Like, not even annoys me more that I think he's a better classical guitar player than he is a fucking bass player. Like
bass player, yeah.
Because you ever see him on the classical guitar? He's fantastic.
He's freaking fantastic.
And he's not. Even, I don't even think he's a trained classical guitarist, but he makes that instrument sound beautiful.
Beautiful. I think, that's very, very, very true. So, Brendan, I just gotta put a detour here. Brendan, your new song, I love it so much, man.
Hey, thanks, lah. Good,
Yeah.
man. It's no Sting, but
but it's very freaky. You evolved, man. I love this. I love to see when artists evolve, lah. You know,
how no one's fucking pushing evolving like fucking this boy here, like which is enjoyable. Since I get
enjoyable.
I get to mix it also.
Thanks,
like,
guys. Thanks for the love.
Yeah.
So Julio is also he does like these reaction videos, you know. So I sent out my blast,
on
my
TikTok?
usual blast message. No, I
Blast
think
message.
it's on. Where do you put it up on? On Instagram?
Which one? The Roshan's one?
No, any reaction videos
On my YouTube. On my YouTube. On my YouTube.
So
you do the reaction to you want
No,
to
I don't only do reaction videos. I also do bass videos and acoustic videos.
Cool.
Like anything regarding music.
so like give a shout out to what's your YouTube page?
The Julio Singho.
Okay, the Julio Singho.
The Julio Singho.
Julio Singho. So
The Julio Singho.
Yeah.
to all 30 people watching this, please subscribe.
Hey, now we are at 60 subscribers,
60
bro.
subscribers.
60.
Thanks.
There was a time when it was just like 5 people, you know, and 4 of them are the hosts.
Correct.
The host and my wife. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
But it's slowly growing. Every week, one follower, 2. Okay, lah, can lah.
Okay lah.
But yeah.
A lot of people are into podcasts these days. One of the best podcasts, I think, is Joe Rogan's podcast. What a freaking amazing podcast, dude. And people, because most of the time, people at home.
That was the source.
Yeah?
Rogan's, I think Rogan. I got into the real source is the Ricky Gervais one, the Ricky Gervais podcast, which is his podcast. But I didn't get into that one until after the Joe Rogan. I got into I saw episode 3 or 4 of the Rogan podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been in the Rogan podcast since about 2008, 2009. Like so like
Oh my goodness.
I've been watching that for that long. So Rogan's the source for me for podcasting. So like he's the granddaddy of them all. Like.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he does it in the best way. It's just so natural. There's nothing contrived. Like there's people who have podcasts where they have their little minions in the background clapping and laughing at their jokes, which I think is horrendous. I find that so cheesy that the host will say something funny, and the guy filming it or the sound guy's laughing and clapping in the background. And you're like going like, do you really need a fucking as a podcast? Do you really need a cheerleading fan club or anything like that? Like you don't have young Jimmy clapping Joe. He's probably calling Joe an idiot, or Joe's calling him an idiot, or something like that. But that's about it. Like, but
yeah. Joe, and he's the way Joe Rogan invites his guests and make them, speak insightfully about how they make the audience really understand on both sides of the equation.
It's long form conversation. It's what's needed, especially in the age of fucking 24-hour media where interviews are like at the most 2 minutes and it's just beep 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 beep, and there's no explanation of anything. It's like, what's your view in life, and you've got 2 minutes to give you your view in life, which is impossible in 2 minutes. And then they cut that, then they edit that fucking interview into nothing, and then makes you look like a fucking sociopath, which the news media does to everybody. Like so long form conversations like Rogan podcast or any podcast that allows people just to express their own views is essential. It's absolutely.
I think it's about the fact that we are all in this era where it's about content. See, like before we started this before we started this episode just now, I was talking to Derek. See, I'm a sports journalist, and all this while people were reading newspapers, but that's obsolete now. Nobody is reading to know what happened in a match, let's say online. I mean, you watch the match live. See, like for example, like okay, the Champions League is going on, so somebody watches it live, and right after the match, you're getting a lot of content because
because you used to read the papers to find out what happened, when they scored. And now it's like in 2 minutes, you don't even want to watch a 5-minute highlight video. You just watch the 2 minute, and that also sometimes you just fast forward until the goal.
I still sort of do. I still like the old way of like you. I still read. I've got 2 newspapers in the UK that I'll get my sports news from, and I still like to read the stories of the match but I'm a wee bit older, but I still want to watch the post-match
highlights.
Correct.
I want to hear Gary Neville's view and Carragher's view and fucking read
exactly.
I want to hear their views, but I also want to read a few things as well. Like, but
I see what is good about the reading part is you need to know what kind of content that people want to read. So you can't write about the match. That's not relevant anymore. People have already watched the match. Right after the match, they've already interviewed the players. So you see, like yesterday or early this morning, they already interviewed Bruno, they already interviewed Cristiano, and they already interviewed the manager Ole. So you basically got everything there. Now, what people want to read in the coming days are like analysis, something that you don't see, what's happening in the back room, all those kind of stuff. So you see how the Sun writes it. I mean, these are like all these British, the Sun or the Mirror.
The Sun.
Is this
Mirror? Is the Sun the paper?
Is this the Sun in Malaysia or the Sun in the UK?
No, not the Sun.
No, not the Sun.
He's talking about the Sun in Malaysia.
Okay,
no, he's talking about the UK.
Like I'll lose my mind. If
the Sun in Malaysia doesn't really have a sports.
You don't read the UK Sun, for fuck's sake. It's a scumbag newspaper. You don't read the UK Sun ever. What's wrong with you, like?
Simply,
exactly, for nothing.
Don't fucking read the Sun, can in the UK? What's going on? Simply kena scolding. I'm going to read the Sun after this. Like,
go read the Sun.
Just for the fuck's sake of it.
But that's how it is, So, everybody wants to go into like, podcasts, and you're talking about online content where people can just tune into all this kind of content like on the go, You don't need to like wake up the next day, go and find a newspaper stand to buy a newspaper. You just pick up your handphone before you go to sleep. You put in your earphones and you can just listen to some shit and go to bed.
Very convenient.
Content overload lah, right now.
Content overload. And this also one flip side of the coin, the content overload also, people's attention span is definitely much shorter now.
Oh, way shorter. There's no such thing as attention span. It doesn't exist. As a teacher, you're about to see it getting worse and worse because it must be more prevalent for you trying to teach someone and keep them focused on what you're actually saying. Like,
Yeah. That was the first challenge when I started teaching, definitely because of attention span. And I had to tell some of the parents to, lay low on the tabs and don't try to play the phone around them because it really is impacting their brain. But as time went by with me, thank God I had a couple of autistic children also. I managed to make them really focus. And I think that was quite a big success for me,
Excellent.
So
well done.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a short break now because we are running out of the free Zoom time. But I think you can reuse the same
Just use the same link
and come back in about we'll take a 5-10 minute break. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
And then we'll go to Blister and the origins.
Straight to Blister. Yeah.
After the drunk corn session, and then
we'll continue from there.
And we'll move up to get the support slash and stories like that because that should be some
cool
stuff. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye. All right.
Terima
kasih.
And we're back with a podcast with Julio. Julio, thank you for staying with us.
No problem.
Yeah, man.
Very, very, very fun.
So Blister.
Blister, where do we stop this now?
I think from when people were looking into the studio.
Your brothers got drunk on Christmas Eve one night and they started playing corn.
On the 26th of December.
Yeah. Boxing Day, and they playing corn. People started looking and they thought, okay, what do you think? Maybe you've got something here. Yeah.
So when they finished playing and all that, the studio guy who was there, he asked the guys, oh shit, what's the name of the band? When's your next show? And they were like, no, we don't have a band and we don't have a next show. So, oh shit, okay. And then they were just outside of the studio.
We're 4 drunk and recharged this Boxing Day for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So Ramon, Mario, Darian, OG, and Paul was outside that time in front of the studio. They continued drinking some more. And they started saying, what do we name our band? What can we name a band? If we were to start a band, let's start a band. And then they all looked at their hands and their hands had blister. They all had blisters on their fingers. And they were like, oh shit, blister. So yeah. And that's how the band was formed. And as time went on, they progressed and progressed. And Paul had to leave to join the Brotherhood. And after that,
Brother Paul
had to leave. Brother Paul. And then when he
left,
left,
out to Brother Paul, man.
Woo! Paul Teixeira. And and then after he left, they brought in Chester Zazadias from the Zazadias brothers, multi-talented musician. So he could play drums, he could sing, he can play electric guitar, he can play the keyboard. But they called Chester in because we all like family friends and said, Chester, why don't you come and play bass? And that's when they joined in for Astro's Blast Off. I was like 12 years old and I was their first and huge fan. I was there from the start of Blister. And I remember seeing them going on stage and the songs that they played for the competition, because this was the second season. The first season was with K-Town Clan. They were the winners. Yeah. So the second season with Blister, they were one of the finalists. And they played, I think it was Jets, Are You Gonna Be My Girl? And Velvet Revolver's Come On, Come In. So they were already finding that sort of rock sound, that hard rock sound.
The big hard rock sound. Leather jacket.
Yeah, the big hard rock. Yeah. And then I was still at 12 years old at the time, and I started learning the guitar until I was 15. And when Chester left, that's when my eldest brother Ramon, before that, he used to train me guitar, and he came back drunk one night. This story has a lot of drunk stories, man. So
the best ones too. The best ones too.
And I was playing the guitar at that time, and I was still into hip hop. I was playing some Gavin DeGraw, and then Ramon comes in, blasts at the door, and he told me, Julio, I'm giving you half an hour to learn this song by Velvet Revolver called Fall to Pieces. If you do not finish learning this song in half an hour, I swear I'm going to take the guitar and bash it over your head. And Ramon would. At that time, I was very scared of my eldest brother. So I was like, oh shit, I got to learn this freaking song. And I learned it within half an hour. And he just stood there and he said, okay. And he closed the door. So I thought, like, what the fuck was that about? But a few years later, he called me and he said, hey, would you like to join the band? I was like, what? Really? Join the band? And they were already in their 20s. Now I was 15, still in school, PMR. So that's when my whole lifestyle changed as well, because sometimes we have a gig on like a Wednesday and we'll play the fuck out of the show, and I'll be drinking at 15 years old and I'll go to school with a hangover. But I still managed to get 5 A's, so thank God for that. Yes.
That's because you were scared of your parents more than your brothers.
Yes. Yeah. That is true. And that's one day Roman was working in a company, and his boss was an Englishman, and the boss came to him, "Hey mate, why don't you listen to this album? Maybe you would like it." So my brother came back, Roman came back to my other brother Mario and said, "Hey guys, check out this band." And the front cover had 4 guys in front there. They were wearing spacesuit, and that band was called Led Zeppelin. And the moment he put in the Led Zeppelin on the big stereo, and the first song was "Good Times, Bad Times." We looked at each other. Yeah.
You had never heard Led Zeppelin prior to this?
We did. Only the usual ones, "Stairway to Heaven."
Yeah.
How silly of us.
But like, there was no family members who were massive Led Zeppelin fans who had passed the lineage on, like.
No. Only to find out later on, our uncles Osbombos, they listen to Led Zeppelin too.
Okay.
But nobody came to us and said like, "Hey, listen to Led Zeppelin." So when we first heard Led Zeppelin, it was like
revelation.
What the fuck?
Pure revelation.
Our ears were in sync. Everything changed. I was like, this is a rock fucking band. Oh my God. And Robert Plant's vocals, wailing is unlike anything I ever heard before in my life. And so for me at that time, 15 years old, so I did what I just knew Tupac and Biggie. So, and some other music, but mostly Guns N' Roses, but not really Led Zeppelin. And after Led Zeppelin, and that's when we started implying some formulas of Led Zeppelin into our songs. So our songwriting changed, and we started writing, more towards the Zeppelin. I wouldn't say Zeppelin style, but the idea of how Zeppelin sounds like. Because they are 4 freaking guys. There's 1 bass, 1 drums, 1 vocalist, and 1 guitar. How do they sound like that? Why? Because they are freaking tight. It comes down to that. If you are just tight and you are synchronized with everybody, you will sound like the biggest fucking band in the world. And that's what we learned from Zeppelin. It's about freaking tightness. Much later on, that we learned that everything was about clarity, and yet it was
find
raw.
the spaces. Yeah, you find the spaces in the music. I've tried to tell bands for years about you find the space. Once you're tight, you find the spaces in the music, and that makes you sound bigger.
Yes. That makes it sound bigger.
It's not about just a wall of noise, because that just sounds like mush, and you can actually sound smaller. As you said, you can just have 4 people on stage, but if they're super tight and the space is there, they can sound enormous, and invariably they will sound enormous. So yeah,
it was that's the true formula.
One of the biggest problems I have with bands today is like they're terrified of the spaces. They want to fill the spaces up with nonsense. Like, we need more shit. Let's get a horn section. Let's get fucking something else in. Like, we need to fucking have fucking 20 fucking people on stage to make ourselves sound big.
Yeah,
not really.
No,
like, you can sound. If you're a super tight band, you can sound fucking massive with 4 people on stage.
Yeah, that's true. Like what?
Look at Muse, Muse.
3 people.
No, but they also have program stuff.
No, technically, Muse have got 5 people on stage. They've got a keyboard player and a second. They've got a keyboard player and a second guitarist behind. If you see behind the band,
and the side.
See behind the main band, they've got that, but like. Still, Muse sound enormous.
But still Muse
they sound enormous with that little.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how much tracks Muse use live. I'm not too sure if they use a lot of tracks live at all. They may do these supplement, but like, there used to be legends back in the day. I remember when I first started doing live sound, the legend always was that U2 had another band underneath the stage. That was always the legend.
Oh, yes, sir.
Always the legend back in the day. Like, the U2 had another band, because no one could. Everybody goes, there's no way that band sounds that good with just those 4 fucking idiots on stage. Like, it's impossible. Like, because U2 were 4 guys who sounded fucking gigantic on, and they were they weren't sounding gigantic in the 1,000-seater arena. They were sounding gigantic in 100,000 stadiums. Like, so like. There was always the legend that U2 had another band on their stage. They didn't. They may have used some tracks, but like, Bon Jovi have been using fucking tracks since '88.
Bon Jovi is another one of your all-time favorites, lah.
Yeah.
Right next to, they're fighting for first place. Bono.
No, I love it. No. Whoa.
You actually love Bon Jovi.
I've seen Bon Jovi 6 times live. I adore Bon Jovi. They're the first
What?
band I ever got.
Yes, sir.
First band I ever gone to. They're the first band I ever.
Man.
They're the first band I ever gone to, and the first band I ever seen live. I will have
all the time we have spent talking, you have not mentioned this.
I will have nothing said about Bon Jovi. The later albums are terrible. But like classic Bon Jovi, I'll have nothing said about them. But they've been using backing tracks since 88, 89. Because John wrote melodies that were so high and so fucking pitched that after a certain amount of time, he could never sing them live again anyway. So they were using those, especially the key change in "Living on a Prayer," which is the stupidest key change I've ever heard in music ever. It's so high. The original song's in a high enough key,
so high.
And then the key change goes up and all. It goes into fucking crazy land, like so. Like they started using backing tracks, but like a good four-piece tight band can sound gigantic. Gigantic. Like.
Okay, continue, Julio.
Oh, yeah. So from then on, we heard Led Zeppelin, and then also that was the same time when I was about 16 or 17. Roman bought this book called Slash, and it was like our Black Bible. The three brothers just kept on reading about Slash, and his stories was just so amazing.
Slash is autobiography.
And it's just, Slash's biography. Yeah, it's crazy.
Read that myself.
Yeah, freaking enjoyable. It's like a movie, man.
You can't believe half the madness that was in it. Like the writing lyrics on the pizza boxes that their stripper dancers would bring back to them because they all lived in the same apartment, and they weren't paying rent. It was their stripper girlfriends who owned the apartment. So then strippers would come back would come back, and the only food they would eat was the pizzas that the strippers would bring back, and then they'd be writing lyrics on the fucking pizza box, like so. The lyrics,
this is real shit.
The lyrics to Mr. Brownstone was written on a piece of box. Yeah, it was written on a piece of box. Stuff like that there. So
Now we have Microsoft Word.
the Slash
new Microsoft Word document.
New song.
Just not the same as it. It's just
song draft.
It's just not the same.
It's just not the same.
How are you supposed to sell that at an auction? Here's my Microsoft Word fucking
NFT.
Yeah, that's what it's like. NFTs with Microsoft Word. You just copy and paste. Like the worst thing about NFTs is you can literally just copy and paste it. Just screenshot. You got the same thing.
You screenshot it. You print. Yeah.
It is literally the same things. It's literally the same ones and zeros. There's no discernible difference. The only reason that you can claim is you actually bought it from the person who made it, and that's it.
You know what is going on with NFTs?
Yeah. I mean, compared to like buying an actual painting from an actual artist, you're actually buying a physical thing, and someone may copy it, but it's not his actual.
Not the actual.
If you buy a digital painting and you copy it, you just do a screenshot of that digital painting, there is no discernible difference. It's the same ones and zeros.
Yeah.
It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's literally just like the original.
But okay, yes.
Yeah.
Back to Julio. Just
back
to let
to the
you
story
know,
again.
Just to
Julio,
let you know,
ignore us. This is what happens in this podcast.
This is our plan. This is our waiting room ammo. You know, it's like sometimes we don't even answer the questions and the podcast is over.
I love it. You got so many different kinds of sidetracks. It's lovely.
Yes.
It brings you on a journey.
It's pure sidetrack. So Slash was your Bible, and Led Zeppelin.
Our Bible
was your priest.
Like very true. So we started reading it, and then we got really into Guns N' Roses. So at that time, our music, we were listening to Deep Purple and basically Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, Rage Against the Machine. Mostly majority of it was actually 70s rock. Rage Against the Machine was later on.
Mainly hard rock, big hard rock.
Mainly hard rock, old school hard rock. But Zach, however, our drummer, he was totally different. He was into Deftones and Incubus and Muse and all that. So it sort of made a difference because you have 5 individuals, probably 3 or 4 of them has similar taste, but the drummer is a completely different alien. So, for example, if we were to play a rock beat, he has his own way of playing it, and
he can give a more kind of like a modern groove to the rock beat.
It's a modern groove to it. Yeah.
Especially like a Abe Cunningham groove from the Deftones groove or something like that.
Ooh, yeah.
So
yeah, very true.
And Abe's got his own sort of groove. So yeah, I completely know
that originality is there.
That can change like a standard like 4 to the floor rock song and they something more.
Yeah.
You're kind of going, whoa, yeah, we've got something going here, like rather than just going,
ding, yeah. So from then on, we had the 70s thing going on. And then at some point in our lives, we started, because the thing I love about Blister is that we are always evolving. If you listen to our songs on YouTube, the demos like Headbanger Song and I'm Not Your Slave, and then comment that we are always evolving in our sounds. So we basically don't want to make the same song over and over again. And we started listening to Pantera after that. Started re-listening to early Metallica's, the first 3 albums of Metallica. That's when I found out about Cliff Burton, and I fell in love with Cliff Burton.
Hard not to.
It's hard not to, man. I was like, it's the same feeling I had when I saw Angus Young first time and on video. I was like, oh my God, what is he on? Who is this guy? You know? So we basically put all our influences inside and created some sort of we put it in a blender, and whatever comes out is that's the sound at that time we tried to get out. And there's one time, because we were so into Slash and Guns N' Roses, then we heard a competition in 2010 in Pod FM. They said, hey, we're hosting this competition where bands can come and the winner gets to open for Slash and Amy Search. And we were like, shit, should we fucking go? Let's just fucking go. Let's just go. And then we went for it, and we were the last band that played. And it was amazing. It was really amazing. And the judges loved us. And from then on, that's when we got the news. I was in college at that time in class. And then my dad called me and said, son, we just got the news that you guys are opening for Slash. And I was in class. Nice. I was like, what? This is like insane. It's another reality, you know? So I went out of class. I was just jumping like crazy. I didn't give a shit about what the lecturer was talking about. I just had to go out and scream. Yeah. And then we opened for Slash that time for the first time. And it was superb. It was just so nice, because when we were sound checking, when we were just playing, sound checking, just noodling around, and Roman started playing Voodoo Child from Jimi Hendrix. And then Roman or Mario came to me and said, hey, check out who's behind watching us. And we looked back, and it was Slash watching us while we were sound checking. And we were like, oh my God, oh, shit, better not fuck up this chord right now. You know, trying to keep it cool.
What year was this?
2010.
Oh, 2010.
Yeah, that was the first time we opened for Slash.
Did you open for Slash in 2000 and was it 16 or 15 or 16?
2010 and 2015.
15 at Sunway.
Yeah, Sunway. Yeah,
I was at that one.
Yeah.
I was at that one, like so.
Yeah, thought it was on fire, man.
Wasn't both the shows at Sunway?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So when we at that point, the management came to us and said, hey, you boys, when backstage, they said, you boys want to drink anything? And we said, yes, we want a bottle of wine, bottles of it. And we just started drinking the wine. And then one of the promoters came halfway through and we were drinking. And they said, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? They said, ready for what? Just follow us. They followed us and brought us to a tent, and we were just standing there, and the tent opens and Slash comes walking in. And we tried to keep our cool, but we couldn't. We were like schoolgirls, man. We were like, oh my God.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there with my heroes. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible to keep your cool.
Larger than life, man. Larger than life. And when he walked in there, his first words is just like his voice we hear in the videos. He was like, hey man, I watch you guys audition. You guys fucking rule, man. Yeah. It's like, oh shit. Slash just spoke. He's not a fucking robot, man. He's real. So yeah.
Never mind that. He liked you. So that's the whole thing. He liked you guys. That should be the the takeaway.
Yeah.
Slash likes us. We're okay.
Yeah. Yes. That's where the best part comes in, because the second time came in and we got in touch with the promoters, and the promoters themselves said, because the first one was with Blister, Amy Search, and Slash. And the second time, Slash personally himself said that he wants the same band from 2010 to open for him, only our band. So that was, for us, it was like a, some sort of
Well,
it's different
so
level.
we were like,
that means that means you did it properly the first time.
Yeah, I did it proper the first time, and it was we almost opened for Guns N' Roses too when they were coming to Malaysia recently. I think 2-3 years ago.
I was there,
and it was all the way.
I was there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Axel's voice now though. Sadly.
No.
Sweet child of mine.
Dude, what is?
So wait, why almost? What happened?
Oh, Axel didn't want any opening acts.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was a weird thing. That was a weird thing,
right?
That was a weird thing. Me and my wife went to it, and my wife's a huge Guns N' Roses fan, and I've been like I've been into Guns N' Roses since they came out in '87. Like my sister's the biggest Guns N' Roses fan in the world. Like she first seen them in she's seen them in '92. She's seen them in '92 with Faith No More supporting. Like so.
Faith No More. Oh my gosh.
So went and seen them, and like. It was during November rain, and me and Marina, my wife, we're just sitting holding on to each other, and because it was pissing rain, it was freezing, we were soaking wet. It's fucking ridiculous in Sunway fucking Pyramid. I was so angry, everything like. But like, he started singing November Rain, and we just started laughing. We go like, Jesus Christ, his voice is gone. I mean, gone. I mean, not even. I mean, it wasn't even close to the fucking key of the song. Like, it was just beyond gone. I was going, holy shit. And don't get me wrong, Axl Rose in his prime was one of the best vocalists I have ever heard live. I mean, he was one of those guys who were like, you couldn't go on stage after Axl.
No way, man.
They would blow you off the fucking stage, like. But like, holy shit, where his voice went, I have no idea. It's like
How did it go away?
It's like God went, nah, you fucked up too much. I'm taking your voice back. Because like,
oh my god, and
I mean, the band sounded great. The drums sounded exactly. The drum mix was exactly like Appetite for Destruction. It was perfect. The drum mix was because I'm a live sound engineer. The drum mix was perfect. I was like, going, it's probably it sounds exactly like Appetite drum mix. I was going like, this is fantastic. The guitar sounded amazing. And then Axl started singing. We just started laughing. We're like going, oh, that's not good. We paid too much money, and this is too much pain. Because we had to literally walk through a small pond to get into the gig.
Okay. Where was this?
It was in Sunway.
Yeah. It was wet. Yeah.
And like it wasn't wet. It was soaked, and like you had to go through. And like there was the crew were standing. I go, with to walk through this pond, and they go, yeah. I go, I mean, yeah. I go, It was this deep. It was a good 6 inch. I thought we had to pull up our fucking trousers and like walk. Thousands of people had to walk through a pond to get into the game.
Yeah.
So then that was just to get in. So then you had to stand for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
Everybody drenched in shit.
Yeah.
So you're already pissed off starting to the gig off. Can't get to any fucking place for drink or Maccan.
Yep.
No support band. And then Axl's voice is all over the fucking shop.
Sounds like a good concert.
The band were fantastic. I can't give the band any shit. They were fucking fantastic. Axl's voice was shot. But you heard his voice like.
Yeah, it was so sad. It was just so sad. My goodness. Well, I guess the only thing we can look forward to is Guns N' Roses' new songs they're going to release. I think on record he sounds okay, but live, nah.
Forget about that. So let's talk about recording. So you recorded with Farouk, our beautiful friend from Nadir.
Farik. Yes. Yeah.
Farouk is somebody else.
I know. I'm. By the way, this is a long run joke of me fucking up Malay names all the fucking time. Apologies.
But yes, tell us about your recording with.
I heard it. I was watching the podcast and I heard in the podcast just now, he said that Derek usually fucks up people's names.
Yeah.
Specifically Malay names, which is ironic because my wife's Malay. So like, you think I would actually be able to get these names properly?
So just now, I was like giving a quick thing about who you are lah. Then he said, "All right, what's Julio's second name?" I said Singho. Then he said, "Oh, so he's Chinese then." You heard that? I think you lag a bit. You heard that, Julio?
I didn't hear lah, bro. Yeah lah, I didn't hear lah. Wait, hold on. So, you guys are lagging. I see. Hold on. Suddenly lah.
Suddenly get lag.
Okay.
Better now. So just now I was telling, I was giving Derek a little intro about you, and then after that he's like, "What is Julio's second name?" I said Singho. Then he said, "Oh, so he's Chinese lah."
Oh my god!
I was like, "No, wrong."
Actually, no. Actually, we are the Portuguese surname because we are from Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan Portuguese. It's pronounced as Senor.
Ah,
yeah, not Singho. Yeah, but Malaysia we just say Singho. Yeah.
See the way he says it.
I've never heard you say Senor.
Senor.
Hard to describe because I will get these questions like, hey, how come? I just say Singho.
Thank you, Julio.
Wow.
I mean,
the way he said it, he goes Singhao. It sounds like fucking. It sounds like the
Singhao is Singtao. You don't
it sounds like the beer we're drinking at the weekend.
Oh man, Senor.
Yeah.
But then again,
that sounds Portuguese.
Yeah,
If I say Senor just now, he'll say, "Where is he? Taiwanese." You know, blood, Derek. Ayo.
That's great, Abel.
But Derek,
you
know the Portuguese were in Malaysia for so long, dude. So it's localized. You must understand, So I can't imagine how
the
many
cruise wasn't fucking localized.
names
The cruise wasn't localized.
Being mispronounced.
It's still fucking Portuguese.
The cruise. I've had some weird pronunciations for the cruise.
Really?
Yeah.
Some people don't even believe it's. Not sure what?
No, I'm pretty sure some people have call you Dikras or something, right?
A lot of them add a la in between. They just go Brendan De La Cruz. I was like,
what?
Oh, wow. What?
I didn't. There's no la in my name. Why did you put a la in my name? One guy actually just said, "Hey, so what's your real name?" I was like, huh? You think I'm going around with some fake name telling people like I was like, no bro, I said I took out my IC, I said it's my real name, bro. Oh man, funny useless. I mean I admit I don't look like a decruz lah. You must be a different kind of person if you're going around with a fake name. But I mean, I'm not Sting. You know? I'm not The Rock, you know.
But we've got Indian friends as well who are called the Cruise, the apostrophe Cruise as well. Like so, like that can get confusing as well. Like so.
Yeah.
All right,
but yeah,
you're asking about Farik, right?
Back
to Farik.
Who is the metal man like?
Yeah, Farik has always been our long-term friend as well. So we recorded, I think, Commander with him, and then right now we're in the midst of also finishing Blind Love, and adding a few more touches for songs because that's what Farik is basically doing Blind Love now. Okay, that's the next song that's going to come out. And basically, besides that, we have just been trading ideas for songs. During MCO, I've written about 900 songs and riffs. So just bouncing off ideas and not limiting ourselves to not just rock, because we all love all kinds of music. We love the Portuguese traditional music. We love swing. We love that. So we're taking the ideas and we're evolving into a new sound. Even though we can't meet now, Darren is in Malacca. So, restrictions and all that, we just can't wait to hit the studio to, try out these new songs, how it sounds like together. With the addition of Kevin in the band, because Roman left to Australia, and Kevin came in. And Kevin came in, he's also influenced by Slash. No, Kevin on lead guitar. Roman left, our first guitarist. Yeah, so Kevin came in and we actually saw him because he was covering one of our songs called Let's Entertain. And I was like, oh, fuck, this guy. And we called him for, one day he came and played with me on stage with another band called Sunny Trio. And he played Sweet Child of Mine. And I heard him play Sweet Child of Mine just like Slash. And I was like, fuck, we could do something with this guy, you know? I mean, we don't want to imitate an artist. We don't want to sound exactly, but we like the influences that they have that is in our roots and genes, that is rock and roll, purely rock and roll. So when we called Kevin in to come in as step in as lead guitarist, and it just worked really fine. And he's also into tighter bands, and he likes to very obscure riffs, which adds a different color to the sound of how Blister sounds like 5 years ago. I believe that with the songwriting, we are creating something new, and that's why I love it. What the fuck's happening?
Oh, your camera suddenly panned right in your face, bro.
Yeah, it followed.
It was like
it does this.
It was like
it freaking does this every time.
It's almost like the fucking.
But there was a good effect, lah, bro.
Take a look at my mustache.
Oh, the thing just dolly in front like that.
It was like
I didn't even notice.
I was like Tarantino was directing you.
He follows me, bro.
You're having this moment talking about the drummer, and it just close up, go for close up.
What camera are you using? What is it? What is it hooked onto?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
What's your camera? What are you using? How is it following
the
you?
Mac. Yeah, it's a motion detector. It follows you around everywhere we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's it? A webcam or what?
Yeah, it's a webcam. It's called OpsBot.
Oh, it's one of those.
I don't know much about this stuff, but
the globe-looking ones lah that follow you.
Globe-looking-ish, yes.
Yeah.
That follows, yeah. Because when we teach children also, hey guys, follow me, and the camera follows, you know.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, what a perfect moment for it to zoom to my face.
Yeah, it's like
perfect.
you're listening, you know, whoop, and then it's like, do we react to this?
About the new drummer or the new
I
guitarist.
was thinking.
Plan this?
Me and Brendan kind of like looked at each other, going like, what's going on?
Yeah, and I'm looking at these guys, and they were like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
Oh man, that was
fun. So we'll take another quick 5-minute break and then just go into a short third period and just finish it off. Is that okay? Because we've only got 5 minutes left, and I think we just got a wee bit more to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
I think just a little bit more, I guess.
Another 10 or 15 minutes, and I think we should be cool.
Unless you want to go on all night, then all night, bro.
So, I got class tomorrow at 8 a.m.
This guy's to teach children. Not us.
Right.
Okay, we'll
take a quick break.
5-minute break.
We need to take a quick 5-minute break, yeah.
5-minute break. Okay. See you in about 5.
See ya. Bye.
All right. Sure.
Bye.
We're back with Julio Singho. Podcast.
Okay lah. Not bad.
Okay lah. Boleh lah.
Yeah, no. Don't know about that. But like, thank you for staying with us for Julio. Even though we're so your name, it's ridiculous.
Brilliant conversation that we had from the start to now. Thank you for having me, guys.
Pure nonsense.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure being here. Like. So so you've got
the
some
recording,
new stuff.
yeah.
He's in the process of pre-production with Ferric.
Yes, correct. Yes,
correct.
Ferric.
He just frick. He's like, I take out the I, I take out the O.
Ferric's gonna kick my ass, so is he?
Yeah, he's gonna kick your
my
ass.
fucking name.
Yeah.
Mind you, like I'm only getting revenge on this because everybody spells my name incorrectly anyway. Like so, like I'm just. Like even though it's sitting there on Facebook above them, they still spell D-E-R-R-I-C-K. I go, it's D-E-R-E-K. It's right above you. You can see the name.
Yeah.
Just spell it the way it is there. Look,
that's how I feel when they go B-R-A-N-D-O-N, B-R-E-N-D-E-N.
Yeah.
Some go Brandan also.
it's there. Can you see it there? Like,
Pandan leaf.
do you see the name that you're typing in there? Do you see the name that you're responding to? Do you see the ad that you're adding to? Just spell it the same way. It's so easy. No.
Man, it is what it is.
Pandan.
Yeah, you'd be like, hi, Brendan here. Hi. Thank you, Brandan.
Brandan. Just give up,
bro. Just give up, bro. Just never mind, bro.
So, well,
the songs with Farik, right?
Are these series of songs? Are these going to be a new album, or are you just going down the EP route, or just singles route these days? What is your plans?
For now, I think we're going with the singles first, because "Blind Love" was a song written many years ago, and it's about time we released the song. And we were trying to find the correct producer to have that certain to understand our sound. And Farik was the guy from before that used to come to us and say, let me produce you guys, I know how you guys sound like. So that's why we went to him, and he actually definitely went to his house, and the languages that we use, the music linguists, that he just understands it. And it's very amazing working with Farik, very knowledgeable as well, because we get to trade ideas while we're in the production room.
Well, when it comes to big rock, Farik is the man. Like, he knows the shit. Like he knows what you want. He knows how you want it to sound like.
And it's perfect because Farik did play in the band once when Ramon couldn't make it, I think, and he stepped in for guitar.
Really?
So he stepped in for guitar, so he understands how our song sounds like too. So it's even better,
Cool.
Yeah. That is Farik. I love his jingles. He showed me how he produces the jingles. Very fun.
I just did a course with Hamash and Santosh did a post-production course there about a month ago for a week, which I jumped in on, like, and it was great to see how those guys put stuff together, like, so yeah, it was fun. Yeah, but like I still try hard to imagine someone like Farik doing jingles, like, where it's supposed to be upbeat, happy stuff. You just expect him to do everything sounds like Slayer or Sepultura or something like that. It's like but
he's a real.
But no, he knows what he's doing. And he makes money from it. And his wife is the same. She's vocals, like, so. The whole family, it's just a whole big jingle fucking post production family. It's crazy, like.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is the
that was just a whole fucking jingle production.
Jingle producer machine.
It's great, like, it's great. Just the way he said it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying in no derogatory way am I saying it.
You just
no, it's not. It's just when you think of jingles, and if you know them, you don't think that they are in their house doing jingles.
You
don't see them.
No, you think of them as fucking a goddamn fucking Slayer video from 1987. No, they're a jingle producer machine. That household, like, even the sons and all, they get them involved and stuff like that. It's great, like.
Yeah.
So like they're building even careers for their children as they go along, like but yeah.
Versatility.
Oh,
that's what Farik has. Versatility.
Fantastic. Like,
yeah.
And you make a lot of money doing jingles.
Unbelievable.
It's very sustainable. If you're like a go-to person for jingles, for ad work, for making music for ads, and it's the corporate world, it's quite a
something I can never do. I'm always going to be poor because that upbeat happiness sort of thing is just not. It's just not there.
Hey, I'm not going around doing some upbeat happy songs.
I don't have the gene. I just don't have the gene. I don't have the gene.
Man.
I don't have the gene.
Can one. Just do one.
Yeah. Catchy already. I think the best jingle is still Gardenia. I love the Gardenia theme song.
Of course.
What's the Gardenia for the uninformed here? What's the Gardenia jingle?
Oh, Gardenia, so good you can even eat it on its own.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's a nice
one. At one time,
they have a longer version, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
That's the best
a
jingle
longer version.
Malaysia has to offer.
I mean, it is so good you can even eat it on its own.
On its own, correct. They even had Louis Armstrong singing it.
Yes, sir.
No,
sounds like everybody. Gardenia. What is the other one?
No, another one also is what? Not a jingle lah, but this sound lah. Tora datang lagi. Oh my goodness.
So that's just a line, I think, of a song. What the fuck is that?
It's like Tora is this little box with chocolates and a little gift inside.
toy, like a little toy.
It's a toy lah. So people buy it for the toy lah. There's Tora and what's the other one?
Dindang.
Dindang.
Dindang. Oh my
Tora
god.
endang lagi.
Derek's also trying to pick up Bahasa. So A for effort lah.
Nice.
You're not that far. You know who? Hey, Julio can teach you some Bahasa also.
Can I?
Yeah. Sumimasen, saya suka makmu. Just say that.
Yo, man. I miss all these jokes. Now all the memories coming back of hanging out with y'all and mother jokes.
45 years old. You think I'm stupid enough to fucking just say that? Just say that? No, I'm not just saying
Just say that. Just say that. They will love you. Oh man. So yeah, regarding Farid, for now, yeah, that's the song "Blind Love," and then we got a few other songs to record. But before that, we have to go into pre-production, and to get the engine running again for the band to get tight again. So extremely exciting times ahead. Ramon has had to record his lead guitars from Australia. Jeez. So that's how we.
He's playing on the nice.
Yeah. Ramon's playing definitely. He's still playing on our records.
What is he doing? Has he moved to Australia or what?
Yeah, he's moved there.
Yes, he moved to Perth.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Doing really fine, well there. He played for a band for a while there. These Australian guys, and the bassist was the former bassist for AC/DC. I forgot his name. And he formed the band in Perth, and they were holding auditions for lead guitarists. And Ramon just moved to Australia, and Ramon auditioned for the band, and they were like, "Oh my God, please join the band!" And he started touring around Perth and playing around Perth with this band, who was the former bassist for AC/DC.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was very, very. That was also another good achievement for
But like the standard of musicianship in Malaysia is very, very high. Very, very high.
The standard, yeah.
The standard here is unbelievably high. I'm
everyone is so colorful.
I'm not surprised. But
Ramon's
that's the thing about
beast lah. He's a fucking beast on the guitar lah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, miss him a lot. That's the thing about
y'all was man.
No, go ahead.
You were saying about the musicians in Malaysia. This is the thing about artists that I love about the creativity and the colors of the creative arts here in Malaysia. It's blooming. I can't wait for the scene to come back again because it's definitely blooming. You're going to see all kinds of enhancement.
If it's allowed to bloom.
If it's allowed to bloom. That's the thing about.
We always need to fucking understand like there's fucking hidden things out there that we know who they are. Don't want the scene to bloom. So that I always said since I moved to Malaysia, the talent is here. If everybody would just get the fuck out of their way, just get out of their way, it would just explode. It would just explode. Because you just got to see the amount of musicians who go on tour to China and stuff like that. They're getting hired by Chinese big musicians or Taiwanese big musicians and stuff like that. They're not hiring fucking people from any other Southeast Asian countries. They're hiring Malaysian musicians because the talent is fucking here. So just of the people getting in Malaysian musicians' way would just get the fuck out of their way and just allow you guys to blossom. The place would be a fucking amazing place for music.
Very beautiful. Wonderfully said. Because
the art's here, the passion for art and music is here. It's just it's everywhere. Like like the fact that fucking big bands would play Singapore rather than KL is nonsense. Because there's way more talent here. No disrespect to Singapore. I mean, no disrespect to Singapore. But there's way more talent in KL than Singapore or in Malaysia. They don't. We all know why. We just all know why. Like, we just want to want to say it because I'll get deported. I don't want to get deported. My wife will be very upset.
So that's the main thing, for us to if it happens, like what there is, if it happens, I believe the scene will be bigger than before.
Massive.
It's gonna be crazy.
Massively.
Gonna be like Woodstock '69 again. Yeah, everyone just goes strictly music. Wonderful, man. So
So when are y'all expecting for targeting, or is there like a time frame y'all are working on, like, to get the new single out and stuff?
For now, we are concentrating on Blind Love. There were few records that we wanted to record, but then we realized as time went by, it doesn't suit who we are now. Like the older songs that we had, Mercury and all that. We just had a meeting actually recently to say that we're going to record songs where it sounds more modern-ish. I mean, is that the right way to articulate it?
Contemporary.
Contemporary-ish, but still fucking hard rock. Because as I said, the writing process-wise has evolved, and we are not like in our early 20s anymore, So maturity steps in, and the way we write rock songs is, I would say, definitely it's a more matured way of writing, and I can't wait to experiment that on record,
Okay, cool.
So many things, like a band like Tool. Look at the band like Tool. What an amazing freaking band. I love Tool. Even when I watch Dream Theater live, they blew my mind away. So those kind of influences come in, and we'll just see which next record that
want. Just try not to go too fucking prog with the whole fucking thing.
Like, no.
Write 14-minute fucking songs.
Oh, no.
But wait, like half this side of the fucking screen here definitely loves Tool. The other two guys, I don't even know if they have ever heard a Tool fucking album in their entire lives. Like, so it's okay. Like, but I adore Tool. Like, I've seen them a couple of times live, so it's
what?
Yeah.
I'm more into a Perfect Circle.
I adore a Perfect Circle as well. Like, but I've seen Tool twice.
Oh my goodness, how were they, man? How were they? Oh my goodness.
Perfection. I seen him at Ozfest in Dublin in 2004, 2005. Now this was Ozzy was supposed to be a headliner, but he had to cancel the day of the gig, and then they put Tool as the headliner, which was no bad thing because I'd seen Ozzy previously and he was terrible. Like, so that wasn't complaining about that. Like, so it was Tool, System of a Down, and Slayer were the three build-ups.
Oh my gosh!
And then the side tent was Mushroom Head and Kitty and bands like that there. But the three build-ups was Slayer, System of a Down, and Tool, and System of a Down were in their pomp. This is when System of a Down were like fucking the new big thing. Like, and Tool just blew them clean off the stage. It was 2 hours of perfection. It was perfection. Like, like we just walked away going, there's no way you can compete. It's impossible.
Tool, man. It's impossible.
I mean, you spent an hour of the gig watching Danny Carey on the drums.
Yeah.
Alone, you just spent an hour of the gig watching Danny Carey just play drums, like, because you're just watching probably the best drummer on the planet play fucking drums.
Yes.
Like, so like.
Yeah.
So and then the second time was Mastodon supported them, and that was no. Mastodon was the worst. Two of the worst.
Oh, I've heard that a lot.
Live, awful sound, and I'm a sound engineer. Like, terrible fucking sound. I mean,
they sound great on record, but live they don't.
Shockingly bad. I mean, like, the whole way of the gig, my friend was telling me how good Mastodon were and how amazing they were to be live, and it was the worst sound I'd up to that point from a famous band. I've heard terrible sound from a million different bands, but that's local bands and various places. But you paid money for a ticket, you expect to hear pretty decent sound. Like, shocking. I mean, really fucking bad. Like, I was laughing, I was going, Jesus, really horrendous. Like, I was going, what the fuck's going on? And I see my friends go, what's going on here? And he goes, this is a band you talked about. He goes, I have no idea. I go, this is the worst sound I've ever heard. Like, terrible sound. But like, I've got into Mastodon since. I think what I've seen in Mastodon, they write amazing songs. So, but they had nothing that day. Like, yeah, I've seen Tool twice. But yeah, I understand what you mean about progressing and becoming, ensuring your band continues an upward curve of songwriting rather than being stuck in the same eras, which is always can be a good thing. Like, there's only maybe one or two bands who kept the same formula for eons. AC/DC being one of them, Rolling Stones being another.
Yes.
So, but
Nickelback.
Fuck Nickelback.
I love Nickelback. Actually, I love early Nickelback. I got a confession to make, okay? I love early Nickelback. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
One of the worst.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
Yeah, no, be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
No.
One of the shockingly most terrible, awful, nothing bands that I've ever. One of the what. Nickelback.
You gotta love Nickelback.
Nickelback, Puddle of Mud, and Stained. Those three bands were all pushed by Fred Durst, and that's all I could say.
Oh man, I had this random dream yesterday. I don't know why Fred Durst was there, dude.
What the heck?
I've never fucking dreamt of any music star celebrity at all.
But you dreamt by Fred Durst.
What the fuck? Yeah, Fred Durst was there. He walked in, gave some rap accent, don't know what, talking to some people, and he fucked off. That's like, who's that? That's the Limp Bizkit dude. And he fucked off. I'm thinking, I woke up, I'm thinking, what the fuck, Fred Durst was
I have never seen those guys live.
Oh my
so
god!
I never wanted to see them live. But anyway, so
it's just.
We'll come to the end of the podcast, but I've got one last question I need answered, and I go, what the fuck is your hair treatment? Because you got the shiny. I mean,
yeah, I get that.
That's the jeans, lah.
The jealous, so jealous with this fucking wiry Irish fucking nonsense.
It's basically just shampoo and conditioner.
God,
that's it.
Good genetics, then.
So what shampoo, what conditioner, what's going on?
At first it was Sunsilk. Then I tried Dove. Dove fucked up my hair really bad.
Okay.
And then now I'm in Head and Shoulders. Yes.
I use Head and Shoulders.
Yeah.
And I don't have sleek, shiny hair like yours.
Look at that.
Look,
You're literally like a Sunsilk ad right now.
Yeah. Like you should be sponsored by them, guys.
I think if it does one side, it will bounce and it'll come back here.
Just try
Head and Shoulders. Have any Malaysian reps from Head and Shoulders ever watched this podcast? Start sponsoring this guy right now, because he's a fucking perfect advertisement for your. His hair is more beautiful than women's hair. Like, it's fucking fantastic. Like.
Yeah, I was walking in Bangsa once, and then this girl, and she pulled me, and she was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Yeah." It's like, what shampoo do you use? I said, oh shit. I said, I use Sunsilk. So, oh my God, no rebonding? I said, no, it's not rebonding, man. I said, oh my God, okay. So what was that about, man? You get random questions like that.
Your next thing should be, what's your fucking phone number?
Dude, if my girlfriend sees this part of the podcast,
we'll edit this out. Edit delete.
It's okay.
Okay, Julio. So thank you so much. It's been a really fun podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you and hang out and talk.
Yes, we would love to meet you guys physically again and just talk about music. That'd be lovely.
We actually get the podcast in the physical zone. We'll get you on for it. Once we ever get the podcast in the actual physical location, we'll get you there for that.
Awesome.
So
thank you.
It's a date.
All right.
Yeah.
So Julio, our podcast is over now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
guys. God bless you guys, man. It was really enjoyable. Thank you.